Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever day it is. I don't know. It's June 16th here in Oklahoma. Uh, Before we get into our normal talking points for the day, I would like to take a moment and talk about the fact that there was a horrific accident at Edwards Air Force Base yesterday. A B 52 bomber crashed during a routine test flight, and all 8 passengers aboard the aircraft were killed, uh, able to survive. This included multiple military personnel, civilian contractors, and civilian entities of the government. This is a tragic accident. It just highlights the dangers that our service members face on a daily basis, even in training. It's supposed to be a normal day at work, ends up being the last day for some people. So I just ask that everyone keeps these families in your thoughts and prayers this week. Pray for their comfort. Nothing we can bring their loved ones back. Let's pray for their comfort. Try to be with them this next week. But I do want to take a moment and also talk about some of the major things that our military community has been able to accomplish over the past couple of years. Well, a year, really, months. Biggest thing being some of the coolest things. One being the Maduro extraction, where we basically just kidnapped a foreign leader because he likes to sell drugs to Americans. So, well, we're gonna go take him, and he's done. Uh, my personal belief, we also wanted, oil. We're also doing it to cut off oil flow to other people. Just my thought process, controlling the world economy like we do. So we had that operation, which went off tremendously. Had a CW5 get a Medal of Honor for being hit and still maintaining his aircraft and delivering everybody home safely. It's phenomenal. That's crazy. Uh, then we had the Operation Midnight Hammer, which was the B-2s and the strike packages that escorted them basically all the way around the planet to go bomb Iran, and we hit the hard nuclear sites. No surface to air missiles were ever launched against U.S. aircraft. No fighters were ever scrambled. Nothing from, as far as we know, they never even saw anyone. No one saw our aircrafts on radar anyway, which is a huge feat. The humanitarian aid and humanitarian missions that the U.S. military carries on around the world when there's disease outbreaks, when there's all these problems, when there's natural disasters, who's some of the first boots on the ground is the U.S. military every time. Uh, I remember when I was in back in the day, and they were sending the 101st to fight Ebola, down in Africa, and our big joke was, why are they sending the 101st to fight Ebola? Because neither one of them are airborne, right? Ha. But why are you using a bunch of infantrymen to fight a disease? They can't fight a disease. Makes no sense. But we send them. And you know what? They make the best of their circumstances, and they do a stellar job wherever they go. U.S. military just kills it. So, yeah, amazing accomplishment. We're going to get some trading for the day. I just want to take a moment and highlight those things that are near and dear to me: U.S. military, the commitments of our service members, and the danger they are in daily, even from training, live fire exercise, vehicle training, vehicle maneuvers, flight, all these things, parachute, all these things have accident rates, and they have acceptable amounts of casualties and injury rates for all of these operations. And it's tough to see when service members lose their lives on this. Pray that everybody keep them in their prayers, safe, and bless everyone. Let's get into this video. Okay, everyone. I don't know if you remember or if you saw, but in yesterday's episode, AI really recommend that I just stick to 2 stocks today. Really focus on my entries and exits. That's it. We're wanting to see clean entries, clean exits. I don't want to do a bunch of moving around. So I'm going to try to stick with that today and hopefully still make profit. So I wanted to look for some big market movers, right? And I end up finding Western Digital over here. For all of you that do not know, Western Digital makes hard drives. Uh, Apparently, There was a hard jump last night. Here's closing yesterday, midnight. Here's right now. They they just blew up, right? And this comes at a Morgan Stanley raised its price target from 488 to 650, citing a global growing shortage of hard disk drives caused by data centers, cloud, and AI demand. Uh, so Western Digital looked at it, and I'm going to look at Western Digital. They have a competitor that's pretty big called Seagate. Pull them up too. As we see, their stocks have shot up over well. Now, here comes the question. When the market opens this morning, because I'm trading on a paper trading account, I can't seem to buy or sell unless the market's open. I guess that's a quirk. Paper trading account is fine. But when this opens, are we expecting to see this go up or down? I think these are going to go up just because, I was working in IT. I hear it every day still. Uh, everyone hates AI data centers. I get it. They're going to use a bunch of water, land space, blah, blah, blah. They're annoying. We're going to figure it out. We are going to figure this shit out. It ain't going nowhere. Get used to it. AI is here. It's going to continue to grow, and advancements are going to be great from it. But it is overall still pretty stupid. It can't maintain itself really yet. So no one worry about that giant robot uprising because that's, well, just dumb. All right, everyone. So this is my two positions for the day. Like I said, I'm going to keep it at two just for my entries and exit. I'm going to try to stay disciplined on this. You have a little bit of moving around. I did because it was hard to actually get in this morning on both of these. I had to move my buy-in price around a little bit. So, but market just opened a few moments ago. We're on our 5-minute track. We're going to keep an eye on this and see what happens to it. We're hoping for some luck, right? We're hoping to see something good here. Right now, I'm down $123 right now. So, but we're gonna let it ride. See, it keeps bouncing around. A while ago, I was up like 300 something. So I got 100 shares at Seagate, and I got 10 at Western Digital. Seagate being my big bet there, and we're gonna see what happens. It's not looking great right now, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think the industry is going to rally. I think buyers are going to push back hard here. Hopefully, we'll find out. So I switched over to the 1-minute view instead of 5-minute candles, and I'm seeing more bullish behavior. I guess I don't know. I think this is bullish behavior. Might be bearish. Somebody tell me. Hit me up in the comments. Teach me something. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. Okay, guys. Got done trading this morning about 10 minutes, if that. So I bought in Western Digital and Seagate. Let's look at Western Digital first. I bought in when it was at 702. Was when I bought in, and I sold at 715.11. So bought in about here. Sold, up here in the 715s before it started dropping. Is this going to go up further today? Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. But I saw a good profit and I walked away. So Western Digital, that was how many shares did I buy? That was 10. Now let's see Seagate. Seagate is where I really money today. Okay, I bought in at Seagate. I bought 100 shares. I essentially leveraged my entire account. If this would have been wrong, I would have been completely broke and busted right away because I reset my account. Right. Just because I wanted to. I was trying to see if I could get below $25,000. Then with all the margins they give you and stuff, basically you get $100,000 buying power. And you have instant. So anyway, leveraged my entire account for Seagate. I bought in at 1,058, which is about down here. And I got out at 1,086.50, which is about here where you see it's currently kind of playing around at. So
I think I got in, got out at great places. I made my profits. Total for the day $2,975.37 in under 10 minutes. Could I stay around on the stock market, play longer? It might go up, find other stocks hitting my scanner. 100% I could. Am I going to? No. Why? I don't want to. The purpose of this channel is to give me something to do and to kind of learn day trading a little bit, enough where I could possibly one day uh, add to my income with this or make this my income. If I could reliably have my strategies make sense, cool. But haven't hit that day. Today, I was able to make about $3,000 in a few minutes. I cut bait, got out of there before I start losing anything by overthinking. My whole thought process on this, since I am an IT guy, reading the news in the morning, that Western Digital had really been drove up because of everyone's scared there's not enough HDD drives out there for all these data centers and AI and all this stuff. So it had already jumped out. And, working in the IT sector, I've seen how these scares like really affect people. Really, I remember when we had memory scares on my servers, we couldn't hardly find any memory anywhere. And yeah, so I saw this trend. I saw a nice catalyst to it, something I recognized, and I jumped on it. Made enough profit that $3,000 in a day for me, I am more than happy with that, especially if it would have been real money. But this is paper trading. I'm going to call this a win and move on with my day. Everyone, have a great day. Uh, Remember, let's keep those military service members, civilians that lost their life yesterday. Let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers as we go through. Bless everyone. All right, folks, that's it for today. So 9.5 minutes, almost $3,000. Great deal. But why do I look mad in the thumbnail of this, right? As you guys know, I do have AI grade me. And after seeing that kind of profit, I stuck with the two trades. I expected to get an A. I did not. I got a B minus. How dare these guys, right? Why did I get a B minus, you ask? And the reason being is it did not like the extent of which I leveraged myself. Basically, I leveraged my entire account on the Seagate position. I knew I leveraged my entire account on the Seagate position. I knew what I was doing. Did I know it was going to play out? God, no. I thought it was going to play out. I was praying it was going to play out, and it did. So, yeah, risk management on that was horrible. Don't do that. I made it. I took a chance. It worked out for me this time. That does not mean it's going to work out every time. Like always, I'm not a trader. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. Please don't take it as such. This is barely entertainment. So take care. Have a good one. God bless. And keep those families of our fallen military personnel and civilians in your prayers as you go through the. God bless everyone.